because Bandits won that match and put themselves top spot, they get the home advantage, which means Team FAV have to reveal their away lineup, and that's what they're going to do. So it looks like Sakonoko may not actually feature in today's event for Street Fighter League World Championships.
It really depends. I think he's doing such a fine job of being that fourth man perspective to kind of give you all the looks that you may not have necessarily been able to see during the games. And he did that over in the finals of Street Fighter League Japan as well. He's been kind of like the guiding voice for some of the players in regards to what they've practiced up with. But yeah, overall, Sakonoko taking that back seat majority of the games. I think that only really benefits the rest of the team, just looking at how he's dissected some of the players and given the advice afterwards. But if his Chun-Li comes up to bat, I know for damn sure he is more than ready to take on anybody on the Bandits roster.
A veteran through and through, but like we said, race to 70. These guys are showing the sportsmanship, shaking hands and getting underway. So as we noticed there, just a little swap between who's in the vanguard position. And it will be Ryusei this time round, and Tokido will be the middleman. The strategy is to keep Bonchan at the back. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he's been consistent today. He's probably been one of the highest points earners thus far, super consistent.
Right.
Nail-biting set, losing it to Mena RD in their first exchange there for the seeding matches for the grand final, of course. But then this is going to be super important, right? Do they stick with that strategy? Do they throw a spanner in the works and put Mena somewhere else and give it experimental purposes to someone else at the back?
That is a very, very valid question, considering how much they're going to be gunning for. Again, that race to 70 could be so unpredictable in regards to the different looks for the matchups. We've seen that in the US, we've seen that in EU, we've seen that in Japan, right? Before we digress, though, let's talk about what's in front of them at the moment. We could talk about what comes after in the anchor match, but Ryusei, now he has been 4 for 4 in regards to 2 different Kens. But does that mean for the Bandits that they will be sending the Ken specialist, Chris Tatarian, up to bat?
They could do, because hypothetically speaking, you're not going to throw out Kaba to the wolves. That's not a good idea. And
you wouldn't want to use Mena RD too early, and Xiaohai has already had that history done, right?
He could change characters, do the JP Mirror.
Potentially. Oh, that was like the theme of Street Fighter League US was the JP Mirror.
Well, look, this is what has been happening. His total amount in terms of SFL Japan, a total of 15 matches, 7 matches won, and 110 points accrued for the points for his team. Yeah, this is the SFL Japan stats like I just mentioned. But what's interesting is I didn't even know he was 30 years of age. He looks 21.
Brother, considered I was technically right by saying young man, right? Yeah. Still younger than me.
He's older than me.
That actually is kind of crazy. I thought you know, I'm not even going to say what your age is. But yeah, Ryusei, again, despite his age, despite his appearances, plays like a grown man.
He does.
He really does.
Listen, man.
He's had such a background of so many different fighting games. But now it comes down to who he's facing off against from Bandits. Let's find out right now.
Wow.
Who he's playing up against.
Reveal to me what's behind door number 1. And it will
Xiaohai's Juri. Okay.
Interesting.
Good call.
Now,
interesting how, Jammers. Talk to me.
Juri can be a little bit of a nightmare for JP. I do think she's one of the best characters at harassing her opponents, especially with that +on2 block medium. She monopolizes space really well in the mid-range. You can drive rush through one of the ghosts to stand medium kick, or even a stand roundhouse, get the punish counter float.
From max distance as well, she has one of the longest, I think, if not the longest, drive rush distances throughout the
If they haven't changed anything, and if Aki's is to anything to go by, because it's not super long, then yeah, Juri should still be the longest drive rush in the game. And well, he's on Ken now, but we got told Juri, so I don't know if he's going to Aston Kutcher us. I'm not sure, but...
Jeez, what a reference. First of all, that was American. Second of all, that was ages ago.
I know that was ages ago.
Don't look at me with that smile. That's so weird that you said that. Am I being punked now that you said that? That's crazy.
Maybe. I don't know.
You're weird, man.
So are you.
That's why we're on here together. Juri versus JP is the selection. Xiaohai securing his pick. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final stage, baby. Street Fighter League World Championships now underway. Xiaohai versus Ryusei, game 1.
All right, there you go. Amnesia works out there, and then lovely defensive sequence there from Xiaohai, and he will store up. The jump game can be a little bit annoying as well. She does have throw loops, because I have been saying this for ages, and again, piling on the pressure, still delaying the jabs into the throw, and I love that backdash there to not even try and challenge Ryusei's stand hard punch timings. Or again.
Man, sniping out all the defensive choices thus far, but he makes one slip up, preemptively throwing out that fierce. Ryusei was already airborne.
Going looking good here. Sends in full screen as well, low on drive gauge. She's going to let that recover as much as possible. Okay, almost. Damn, the active frames on that is crazy long.
And I like Xiaohai now going to the parry option, knowing full well that level 2 is coming. Great escape. Ryusei now in a stuck spot. Perfect parry against the overhead. He at least gets the setup. Not too much damage taken away.
That's fine though. Positional advantage is what it's all about. And then the command grab was avoided. Back medium punch into the embrace. Whiffed, unfortunately. He was hyper aware that some sort of gimmick was going to be there to change things around. Ready to get that round.
Shades and Nemo. Xiaohai not phased by it one bit. Possibly attempting to bait out the amnesia from that backdash because she was hella plus on that.
I mean, speaking of amnesias, he got the pickup and the positional advantage here. Did Ryusei. Gonna get the combo as well. No forward roundhouse there. Here it comes, looking to burn him out. Make it a true block string. Yeah, everyone falls for that. That's very difficult to deal with. And you do have to manually stand up to avoid one of the ghosts at one point while the crouch immediately is coming low. Full burn out here, looking to do it. True string. Oh, he tried to go for the mix-up, didn't quite work out. Because his phantom mix-ups in the corner are extremely deceptive. So if you don't see the high or low, he gets a full combo.
I like the presence of mind, though, from Xiaohai after that block to try to retaliate. Just wasn't enough to shake up Ryusei. But speaking of now, anti-air still on point. Xiaohai being very attentive to when Ryusei wants to stick to this guy's now, at least look back towards the corner. Again, plenty of time after that recovery of low-medium kick. Now back-to-back throws. This one there's a punish counter. The amnesia comes out. This time, you see an attempt at a throw, but look at the damage on board. Do it again.
Double up.
Bam.
Oh, beefy, 45% there, just borderline 50. Dashes out of the corner to get the space needed, but that's going to be the chip kill.
Good call. Excellent management of the resources. Xiaohai, game 1.
And the players are getting better knowing when the level 3 will do the chip, because most of the level 3s in this game, excluding Ken, they do 10% chip damage. So the fact that he done the heavy Fuha store, or release I should say, into the level 3, good awareness there on the vitality gauge. Good start. Much better. And I knew we were going to see the Juri at some point, because again, this character, I've heard one of JP's more problematic matchups.
That was a mad far punish.
Hey man, hurtboxing in this game are a bit wild, I won't lie. Oh, he could have got a conversion there, but he went for a throw instead, played it safe, and a blade back throw there from Xiaohai turns things around.
Oh, speaking of turning around, yo, the amnesia. Good call out with a backdash. Initially from Xiaohai, a throw. Might be able to do it against Ryusei.
Good block.
Jeez, but even better pressure. Xiaohai breaking down the defenses yet again of Ryusei. Looking at match point.
I'm telling you, having that insider perspective, that first-person perspective of understanding the best character in the game is really helping Xiaohai have that advantage in-game. Stands up the whole time to block the overhead. Roundhouse. Try to get another one there, but it looks like the crouch medium can beat to the punch. There you go, now observes indeed before the departure and then layers up his jump there, but the jumping fierce gets him out of trouble.
And it's a hard knockdown as well.
Damn, he's been able to read Ryusei's defensive choices like a book.
Oh, the one time he slipped up, Ryusei does create some space, departure in front. Oh! That was so unfortunate for Xiaohai.
Deal with this, please. Deal with it.
He tried to jump. He got the initial parry.
He did, but he still had to deal with it, so.
Got the initial parry, and you saw Ryusei kind of walking up. Maybe, you know, if that throw had landed and it was a punish counter, it would have killed Xiaohai for sure, so I guess he was weary of that. 3 bars to his name, though. This is an excellent start if you wanted to spend it.
Yeah, good choice, because he had to do the OD version of the Ankonsetsu, the overarching kick, to replenish as much drive gauge as he possibly can before he goes back in. We'll get that micro walk throw. Oh, what a perfect parry, and he's going to go for the side swap conversion instead this time, instead of a back throw. Set up something beautiful.
Oh, just whiffed. Perhaps trying to get a bait out of Xiaohai. He's not going to feel that.
No, I think he was too far away. That might have been a miscalculation in spacing.
I agree with that.
Backs away. I love how he's backdashing. After he does the Fuha store, he backs away to avoid the stand fist completely, not even trying to steal some frames. Here comes another Lavushka.
Good defense from Xiaohai.
He gets out, and because he defended that, that puts him in pole position to take this round, Vicious.
Exactly it. He has nothing else to fear. The damage mitigated, the gauge drained. It was all Xiaohai after that immaculate defense.
And that is a huge deal when going up against JP, ladies and gentlemen. You learn, you do the necessary prep, you understand it, play the character yourself if you have to. Really understand what am I looking for. And it's always those subtle nuances outside of the mix-up. How much drive gauge do I have? How much vitality do I have? What is going to happen if I don't block this? I think that's what people don't think about the most. But because he understands the character so well, Xiaohai, he was able to counter accordingly and really worked out. It almost feels like when you deal with the level 2 as much as Xiaohai did, you almost feel hopeless as a JP player. It's like, if I can't do my one and ultimate, mix-up tool, what is there left?
That's fair. Thankfully for Xiaohai, didn't really get to think about that situation too often outside of level 2. You're looking at the right decision-making, back-to-back calls with the throws, and even so, when he was really of the amnesia, he peppered in the lights first, just to kind of test the waters. But Ryusei, man, paying him off tenfold. Yo, that was actually kind of disgusting in terms of damage, the back-to-back level 1s. But speaking of, look, the chip damage, just as significant. But yeah, I think his overall decision-making on offense and the proper reads against Ryusei really excelled him above and beyond this matchup.
Yeah, it was unfortunate there. I've seen the vast majority of amnesias from JP players miss today. Again, full credit to the players that are going up against this character, really understand the timings and when the JP players really want to afford that risk. They know what is entailed, but I love this turnaround here from Ryusei. Managed to get the round because, again, he did try to jump out, and it might be easier to jump away from it than it is to jump forward, but because of his position, they had to jump forward, which is probably what messed it up.
Right.
Probably had a misunderstanding there as to what was going to happen. But yes.
Final moments too, yeah, Wallen burnout. He already spent all of the meter. You didn't really get to see the highlight of the defensive maneuvers from Xiaohai, just the decisions to parry and move on out of the way. But yeah, in that situation, when you're down and all the chips, like of course he's gonna attack at the heart.